Hello. Hi everyone. Hi Miller. How are you? Welcome. Hi. We're just gonna wait a couple of seconds here for others to join. Thank you for joining. Hi Maj. How are you? Hi. Hi. Hi Alter 8. How are you? Thank you for joining. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It's a great Saturday, so I'm really excited about this. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, Josephina. How are you? Hi, guys. Thank you. We're just gonna give it a few more seconds and just allow other people to join. Awesome. How are you guys doing? How's your Saturday? Thank you, Altate. Thank you. Hi, Cassandra. How are you? Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Hi. Good. Hello. Oh, thank you. That's pretty awesome. Good. Hi, Mage22SA. Thank you for joining us. Hello and welcome. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Cassandra. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for participating in the giveaway. That was really nice. Thank you. Okay, we can start because I know that, it's Saturday and, some people want to kind of step outside, get some fresh air. But really, thank you for coming here. Today is skincare Q&A. Hi, Tajuddin. Thank you for coming. How are you? Welcome. Hi. Great. Nice. Okay. So we're gonna start. Just a couple of things. Obviously, I own a beauty and wellness company, and there are FDA regulations, so whatever I say here is not really meant to treat or cure any skin type issues or any disorders or anything that we're going to talk about as it pertains to beauty and well-being. So just putting that disclaimer out there. The second thing is that I really love engagement. So if you can comment below, right there, just how, if you have any questions. Some of you actually already submitted your questions to me, so I'm going to read them off my list. But please feel free to put in any comments you have or any questions, or maybe any follow-on questions from some of the questions I'm going to answer today. And then afterward, what we're going to do is announce the giveaway winners for the KOKOBÉRNA giveaway. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fun for those who won. So we can get started. One of the first questions that came to me was, how do I get to keep my skin hydrated? So keeping the skin hydrated is really about understanding the cellular structure of the skin. And so what happens is our skin cells are actually heavily composed of lipids, so triglycerides, cholesterol, plant oils, and also animal fats kind of mimic the structure of the skin cells. So what happens is a lot of people tend to say, okay, I have oily skin, for example, and they're like, I don't want any shine. And what they end up doing is they buy products that actually might strip the skin barrier, and in so doing, it actually strips the lipids off of the skin cells on the surface of the skin. And so what that does is that your skin says, uh-oh, what's going on here? Typically, I like to have lipids. I like my skin to be moisturized, to be hydrated. A lot of people think hydration means water, but it's really not if you really understand the molecular structure of the skin, which is more of an oil-based structure. So when you start to strip away the oil, your skin now goes into protective mode, similar to any cells in our body. You know, if they sense some sort of an infection, they want to quickly go into protective mode to protect you. The skin cells do the same thing. So they kind of scramble and they start to overreact, and then you do it again the next day, and they start to now produce actually more oil because the skin surface is telling them that there's no hydration, there's no oil, there's no lipids. So you really want to be able to retain the lipid structure of your skin and use products that are more acidic. And what that means is that your skin layer typically operates in a pH, so if you look at the pH scale, you know, there's the neutral side, the alkaline side, and then neutral, and then acidic. So your skin really wants and prefers to stay in the acidic side of the pH range in order for it to normalize and stabilize and actually start to repair itself. So I don't know if that helps with, you know, how do I get to keep my skin hydrated? It's really understanding the structure of the skin and using the right skincare products to help keep it hydrated. So if you're using cleansers, I find that cleansers are a very easy way to make the mistake, because a lot of times, you know, it's all about stripping the oil when it's really about balancing the skin and balancing the oil that the skin cells actually love to have on you know, in order for them to function properly. Stripping away the oil is actually making your skin unhealthy, and that leads to other issues. So that's one. So I would recommend maybe switching out from a foaming cleanser, which typically is where a lot of those type of ingredients come into play, because number one, it's water-based. Your skin actually, even though we are composed of, you know, 75–80% of water, our cells, your skin actually doesn't really do well when it's being stripped away with water-based products. So you really want to use like a cleansing cream or like a cleansing oil, or maybe micellar water. But if you're going to use micellar water, you want to follow that up with a cleansing oil or some sort of a cleansing balm, like a really rich cleanser to nurture your skin as you're going through the cleansing process, as well as hydrate it, because hydration is really not water. It's really making sure that the product you're using mimics the skin structure. So it has to have some sort of a emollient, or like, you know, some sort of lipid. So which is why I absolutely love cleansing balms and cleansing oils on the skin. Even if you have oily skin, it's the same thing. So you probably want to try and explore that. KOKOBÉRNA has a cleansing milk and a cleansing oil as well, and that you can use. I would recommend a cleansing oil if you're trying to fix your skin. So if maybe you're having skincare issues, you tend to, you know, have breakouts, you know, your skin just reacts to things, I would recommend using the cleansing oil versus the cleansing milk. If you have a pretty healthy skin barrier, then I would recommend using the cleansing milk, because then that has exfoliating acids in it that really kind of help to really get into the skin, break down a lot of the makeup and the grime and the free radicals that are attacking your skin, and also nurture and hydrate your skin. So that's really good as well. The next question is, what is the secret to crystal clear skin? Wow, that one is really a great question. The secret is, like everything else, consistency. I've had a skincare routine since I was 10 years old, and the reason why I started so early is because I went away to boarding school. So my mother was like, here's your skincare kit. Take this, and this is what you will use when you're away in school. So that's how I really started having a skincare routine at such an early age, and I'm in my 40s now, and I've just been consistent. I've never, not one day, not really taking care of my skin. And so that's something that I'm really 10 years old. I know my mother and my grandmother and a lot of the women in my family are such skincare connoisseurs. I don't know how else to call it, but I remember as a child growing up, my mother would always have all these potions on her vanity table, and my father would travel to Europe, and he would bring back more skincare products, whether it's, Rivergosh or like Yves Saint Laurent, and he would bring them back for her. And she was always mixing stuff. Like, I was just so curious as a child. And so I saw that process. I saw her really nurture her skin, throughout my years. And being an only daughter at the time, it was like 6 years before my sisters came into the family. So it was really me and her. So she really was my role model when it came to skincare, and also my grandmother as well. She actually was in charge of the beauty rituals that the ethics of old Calabar Kingdom, where I'm from. We actually have a time-honored ritual where when a woman is betrothed and going to get married, she actually goes through a rites of passage process where she's taken away from her fiance, so her fiance doesn't get to see her for an extended period of time, and she's kept in a place where the older women, the mature women who have been through motherhood, who have had marriages, and they actually enjoy doing this for the younger generation and teach them all of these things, including beauty rituals. And so this is like what we actually, the Efik tribe in Nigeria, are known for, is that whole beautification process of women as they're coming, from adolescence into womanhood, and where they go away to learn how to be a woman, how to take care of themselves, how to please their husbands, how to be a community leader. And so that can get passed on to generations upon generations. So my grandmother really was kind of like that last, pinnacle of that process. And so I just grew up in it. I was so immersed in it. And so that's pretty much why, for me, I believe having a consistent skincare routine. It doesn't matter. You don't need expensive products, to be quite honest with you. Just be consistent. If you're consistent and you're also doing the right things in terms of your diet, in terms of your well-being, in terms of your mental health, which actually also plays a role in your skin health, I think all of those things combined, just one day at a time, just be consistent, and you'll find that your skin actually starts responding really well to the love and the nurturing that you give it. So I've been doing this for 34 years now. It's a long time, but it's served me well because I actually had skincare issues as well growing up. I had really, really dry skin and also eczema as well. So I still have that sometimes. It flares up again, diet, right? So I know when I have that shortbread cookie, which is my favorite dessert, I know that I am in trouble, but I still go ahead anyways. But at least now, because I've been so good and consistent with my skincare ritual, so it's actually helped me. I can easily now say, okay, I know my limits. Well, I don't go over and eat the whole box. I just maybe have like 2 or 3 pieces, and I know that actually will not, allow me to flare up. So again, it's just really being consistent and monitoring your skin. Did you guys have any comments on that? Hi Sarah, how are you? Good, good. Okay. So, how to deal with oily skin. Okay. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. We are in the Q&A session. Okay. Hi, Madge. Go ahead. First question is from my friends. Distracted by my teacup. I know. I actually, when I lived in New York, I collected vintage teaware. So I have a whole collection of 17th century teaware, and it's just one of my little pleasures that I don't know. I love tea, which is why in November we're actually launching a herbal tea collection. So yes, so I love tea. Thanks all to 8. Madge, did you have a question? Okay, she wants to know how much SPF she needs on a daily basis. Okay. Everyone needs to use SPF, even if you're dark skinned or medium toned or light toned, doesn't really matter. Most of the skin issues, especially when it comes to inflammation, if it's not hormonal, it's environmental. And what that means is that it's the sun. If you're out in the sun, I think more than 10-15 minutes, they say, without sunscreen, your skin actually starts to burn. Your face, every day, you need SPF. I would recommend SPF 30 across the board at a minimum. Some people can get away with SPF 15. Remember that the numbers also are the amount of time that you can spend in the sun without getting burnt, right? Which is the UVB rays. So UVB means ultraviolet burn, and UVA means ultraviolet aging. So you want a sunscreen that is actually either broad spectrum or specifically to include UVA, that it actually says on the bottle UVA, but that usually is a European regulation. So I like to use European sunscreens. When I do use sunscreens, I like to use European sunscreens that specifically on the bottle say UVA, because then what that does is I know it has a UVB, which is for burn to reduce the inflammation, but then the UVA is actually for anti-aging. So that really slows down wrinkles also. So if you're out in the sun and you're just using a UVB SPF, it's just gonna help with the burn aspect of things, but it doesn't really help with the aging. So a lot of wrinkles that occur over the years is actually, hi Sam, hello, is actually also affects wrinkles and increases wrinkles. So you want a broad spectrum SPF. I would recommend an SPF 30 because on average, most of the time, if you are outside, you're going to be outside at least maybe more than 10-15 minutes at a time. So I would just use caution and put on SPF. I have a little bit of a pet peeve when it comes to SPF, especially for darker skin tones or even medium skin tones, where there's a tint to it. That's fine if you really need to use that, because oftentimes when sunscreen is formulated, it has this like really whitish appearance on the skin, which is not really, it doesn't really help us, at least from the neck up, and in terms of makeup, it actually throws our makeup colors off when we use makeup. So I would just say use something that maybe has tint in it, and that's it. Don't use a multitasking sunscreen. Don't use a moisturizer with SPF and it's anti-aging, and no, because the SPF needs to work. So when companies start to excuse me, when companies start to multitask the sunscreen, the effectiveness of the sunscreen diminishes. So you really just want to use sunscreen. You're better off investing in a good moisturizer and serum more and just use a basic SPF and put that on your skin, and then you can put on your makeup. But I wouldn't make an investment in an expensive SPF just because it has hyaluronic acid, it has all of these amazing active ingredients. It's a waste of money, in my opinion. You're better off making sure your skincare routine is tight in terms of the quality of the products you use prior to applying sunscreen. Apply your sunscreen, make sure it's broad spectrum, preferably SPF 30 on the face, and then you can apply your makeup. Thank you, Maj. All right. How to reduce dark circles around the eyes. So how to reduce dark circles around the eyes is sleep. For women especially, get some sleep. Our hormones pretty much drive how we show up in the world. It drives our stress levels, it drives everything, and as a result it shows up on our face, on our skin. Whatever is going on inside your body shows up on your skin. So a lot of people will tell you immediately off the bat to reduce dark circles around the eyes, to use caffeine and vitamin K products and apply them. I say get some sleep. That's all I know, because I know that's what works for me. I pigment also, so when I start to notice dark circles, I just am like, you know what? I reevaluate my life at that time, and I say, okay, what am I doing? Am I getting enough sleep? If I'm not getting enough sleep, then I try to get some sleep in. And then what I do is I actually take vitamin K. So I don't apply it on my face. I actually just take it as a supplement. And then that way it actually helps me on the inside to constrict my blood vessels and also reduce my calcium, which when you're taking vitamin D, you probably want to take vitamin K as well, just to kind of help with that, the dark circles. Ice is really good, so sometimes I'll take ice from the freezer, and I'll just kind of use that and constrict. That way it's actually constricting. It's constricting the blood vessels, because they're, and then what I'll do is I'll just apply the serum, the face serum, the KOKOBÉRNA face serum around my eyes and over here as well, and then use the serum on the rest of my face. So then that way, because the serum has skin brighteners on it, in it, it has plant oils that actually help to hydrate that area. So I don't have to use an extra eye cream, because it's such a delicate area. It's very thin, so you just really want to be careful, on what you use there to reduce dark circles. But I would say start with your hormones first, and kind of get that balance as best as you can. Do I think having supplements is better than getting the vitamin from food? Oh, if you can get it from food, even better. The problem is, I'm not a big fan of what I call over supplementation. So I try to get as much of my vitamins from food as I can, and then supplement. I'm a bit of a biohacker nerd. I've always been a nerd. So I actually do some pretty extensive blood work. I actually monitor. So when I supplementation routine is very different from most people. I actually don't even take a multivitamin, because what I've learned is the multivitamin is not custom to me, right? It's a multivitamin. And so when I look at my blood work, I can see what I'm deficient in and what I'm actually okay in terms of the normal ranges, but even that is questionable. I know why I am taking them. I'm not doing it blindly. But I do believe that vitamin from food, if you can get it, is the best way to get vitamins, and then just maybe add a little bit supplementation with whatever you might be missing. But it's hard to track, and I think that's why people supplement also. Our soil has, over the years, worldwide, hasn't really been the greatest, so it's not as nutrient rich, especially here in the West. So, you know, you just probably want to be safe than sorry. Thanks, I'm glad it helped. Okay, so I want to reduce wrinkle around my eyes. So that was also another thing too. Same thing with the dark circles. I think if you repair your skin, if you do the basics, be consistent with your skincare ritual, it goes such a long way that you don't even need a lot of these active ingredients. You know, you don't really need to jump on the trend wagon, because skincare is a science. Skin is skin. It doesn't really matter. So to have wrinkles, it's, you know, again, if you use good products. So right here we have this face oil. It's been in my family for generations now. Even just using something like simple as this actually helps you with wrinkles. You know, just being more mindful, I think, of your skincare routine. It really, I think for me, it goes such a long way. It really does. Just being consistent with that. Yeah, and you can reduce wrinkles. Let me think about this for a second, because I know it's such a major issue. People worry about it, but you know, I have wrinkles around my eyes. I love to laugh. I love to smile. So those are laugh lines and smile lines. I do get that. I get the concern, but try not to worry too much about it. It just means that you are getting older and, you know, living a good life. You know, you're going to get those. So try not to obsess about it. You know, it just shows character, especially if it's not as obvious, right? So you could use a face oil, you could use a serum. You could also get Botox. I'm all for Botox, even though I'm a natural, organic skincare company. Hey, if you need Botox, especially in the forehead area, I see a lot of women, you know, they have these sort of, you know, like every time, you know, it does that, feel free to get Botox. You can actually just like get a little bit of Botox there just to kind of relax. Hey, you know, you got to do what you got to do, but don't obsess about it, really. It's, you know, it just shows that you are doing really well. Fascial roll facial muscles with your oil. Yes. So I massage my skin every day. So if you have like sinuses, headaches, it's a good ritual to incorporate. I don't believe in using the, you know, those the gua things, massage rolls. Again, it's not custom to your face, right? Our hands are healing hands. So use your hands, learn your skin, give your skin a massage. As soon as you apply the face oil, because your skin your skin will be moisturized and hydrated, and so it can glide. I actually have a video of this where after I apply my face oil, I actually do a full massage where I use my hands, I use my knuckles, which kind of stimulates that gua sort of, see? So you already have a gua that's custom to your face. So use it. Don't buy those things, because then what happens is it scratches your skin, right? Over time. You know, some of them have metal components in them, and you know, it could give you like thin scratches. So I actually don't use them. I just massage my skin with my face, all my neck, my ears. I do this when I apply the face oil. And I found out, because when I would work in corporate America on Wall Street, I would get these intense headaches, you know, just from being in front of the computer. And so I just found that doing that every day actually just relieved so much tension in my facial muscles. So I think it's something that everyone, man or woman, should do every day. Yeah, drain the lymphatic, get the cross fibers, and use your hands. These are healing hands. Sometimes if I'm in pain, I just kind of put my hands where I'm feeling that pain and just try my best to relax and just like feel the tension, the pain go away. Sometimes it's really hard, but since I started doing that, I feel like I feel more powerful in my ability to improve my health. And so when you connect to yourself doing little things like that, it really goes a long way. It should be in my IGTV videos. If not, it's on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. I actually did an AM skincare routine. And I'm also going to be uploading, I just finished a PM skincare routine, so I'll be uploading that as well this week. So that way you can kind of see it. I mean, I still have my face oil on, but it's really, you know, starting really from hairline to hairline across the face, and then really going in here with, you know, I like to use my knuckles. It might be painful when you first start doing it because, again, you've probably never really touched your your skin and actually really understood your bones and how that works, and, you know, really, and there's no one way, there's no like, oh, it has to be this way. Just do what works for your skin. Either way, your skin will respond and it will be amazing for you. Great. Okay. All right, I had another one. How do I make my skin appear brighter? So the question, how do I make my skin appear brighter, is again just being consistent. Being consistent with your skincare routine and maybe incorporating an exfoliator. So an exfoliator can be two things. It can be a rinse off exfoliator or a leave on exfoliator. KOKOBÉRNA has both. Our mask, our face mask, is a rinse off exfoliator. It's really a chemical exfoliator, so it has fruit and plant-based acids in it, and so it just really helps with some clay. But one thing I love about our mask is that it's really hydrating. Our mask is not you know, the ones that you put on your face and then it dries out and it kind of makes your skin even drier. Yes, it might feel tight and refine your pores, but it actually further dries out your skin, which for me doesn't really work, and it just kind of goes against the grain of what we're trying to accomplish as a company. So our mask is very hydrating. Actually, it's an oil-based mask. And then we also have a leave-on exfoliator, which is a toning essence, and that is an amazing product, especially once your skin is repaired. So don't use a toning essence if you have sensitive skin. Okay, guys, this is a big thing. It's almost like you know, people became so obsessed with toning essences and the results that they've had with toning essences, to the point that it's actually now destroying your skin because then they overuse. Thank you so much for the love. They overuse the toning essences. I use my toning essence. So with COVID-19, it's changed so much with my skincare routine. My skincare routine, I don't really use the toning essence as much. I use it maybe once or twice a week, and that's it. But when I was working in corporate and having to be indoors in the AC all the time, I started to use my toning essence, and I use it at nighttime. So then that way it's almost like an overnight mask, and I wake up in the morning and my skin is so smooth and so bright. So that's something that you can try, but I wouldn't use the toning essence if you have sensitive, reactive skin. What do I mean by that? So it's not just breakouts. Again, over time, people have used so many active ingredients in their skincare that it's gotten to the point that your skin can't even handle any skincare product. It just flares up. Usually it's something internal. So there's some severe inflammation issues internally that is now displaying on the skin, and so using typical products to nurture your skin during that time doesn't really work. It actually makes it worse. The breakouts and the sensitivity worse, and it keeps getting worse because now you're like, oh, I need to strip, I need to make sure it's oil free, I need to make sure I'm not breaking out, and that actually actually even makes it worse. So, which is why I wanted to do the giveaway for the Strengthen ritual, which for us, if you really want to repair your skin and get into the habit of good skincare rituals, what you want to do is you want to get the KOKOBÉRNA Ritual Strengthen is what I call it. And what that does is that it includes Cleanse 1, which is the cleansing milk. It includes the mist. I love the face mist. Obviously this hasn't been used, but I'm gonna keep it and make it my own. I love the mist because what it does is it is a great product to layer and lock in the hydration. So usually you cleanse, typically there's water in your face, and then you start to apply your products. What I like about the mist is that I can layer the mist, and then my face oil glides even more. The mist is actually really good because then it has the carbohydrate portion of your skin cells. So your skin cells, obviously mostly lipids, but they have carbohydrates, polysaccharides, and a lipid membrane around them to protect the skin, whatever contaminants or any sort of free radicals that are trying to penetrate the skin, it protects the skin. So see, and I don't know if you notice, like I already have a glow, right? There's like radiance already. So like, you know, if you wear makeup too, it's great after you've done your skincare routine, you put on your sunscreen, you put on your makeup, and you just spritz this. I tell you, your makeup stays on all day, maybe except your lipstick if it's not a long wear lipstick, but literally your makeup, and you just have this really nice shine and radiance and glow, and it's natural. See, I don't need to use highlighters, right, on my face, and that was just from the mist, right? It's an oil-based mist also, again, just to give it just a nice youthful look to your skin. So you talk about making your skin brighter. That's also another product that I would use just to give yourself a good, you know, uplifting, dewy look. It's also made with rose water as well. And so it's really grounding. Like to spritz it on and I just feel so calm already, which is also good for your skin. So those are the 3 products that I'm actually giving away because I believe that if you're able to strengthen your skin consistently, use the products for, I would say, a year. Just use just these 3 products for a year, and in a year your skin will be so different. And as with everything, it takes time. I think a lot of people try to rush things. Just take your time with your skin. It's gonna be with you forever. So nurture it, love it. It's your expression of who you are in the world. So just really take care of it. You know, eat the right things. We all know what to do when it comes to nutrition. So just do that. You know, do the right things, have the right skincare products, and you'll be golden. Honestly, it's not rocket science. Don't chase trends. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in wonder ingredients. If you go on our website, we don't highlight any ingredient as a wonder ingredient because we believe in the holistic nature of plants, and we believe that the formula is queen, right? The formula is queen. It's about the synergy of all of the different ingredients working together, so then that way it actually helps your skin in the long term. So that's what we believe. We don't chase ingredients. A lot of ancient cultures just, you know, we don't pull extract out of a plant, right? We use the whole plant. That's why Cleopatra had amazing skin. You know, her bath formula, milk, roses, you know, chamomile, you know, it works. It softens the skin. I take my Cleopatra baths every now and then, you know, just days when I really need to relieve some stress, you know. I'll actually do goat milk, put it in there, and, you know, so the formula is green. I'm very big on that across all of our products. So we don't really highlight any one particular ingredient as the holy grail and this is what you should use, because then what that causes is it actually causes people to say, oh, so that's the one ingredient I need to go have, let me go and get it, and then it ends up actually causing harm. Hyaluronic acid is a potent ingredient. We do use it, but the only product we use it in is in our serum, and even then it's not even, we don't even put 5% of the formula of hyaluronic acid. The reason being is, number one, hyaluronic acid holds, they say 10 times its weight in water. So that's why you should use it on your skin to hydrate your skin. The problem is, and let's think about this logically, okay? So forget the science for now of how effective it is, because it is effective. But it's so effective to the point that it can actually destroy your skin. And the reason why is this. You put something that requires 1,000 times or whatever, 10,000 times its weight in water on your skin, okay? And from what I know, a lot of climates and environments are dry. So unless you live in Seattle and you stand outside all day where it's raining and drizzling, then yes, you should use hyaluronic acid as the main ingredient or as the main product, and you'll be fine. Your skin will actually love it, right? The hydration factor is there. The moisture is in the air. The thing is, a lot of us don't live in moisture-rich environments. We live indoors, and I'm here in a tropical climate where in the summer months it's extremely humid, and I don't think my skin still gets enough moisture, right? So you don't want to put something on your skin that demands so much moisture from the air where it doesn't even exist, and you put that on your skin. Guess what's going to happen? It's going to say, oh, I need moisture. So it's going to start pulling the moisture from your skin and not from the air, because there's no moisture in the air. If you use hyaluronic acid, then you must use a face oil to lock it in. So you need to lock in the moisture. A face oil has an occlusive, so it won't allow anything to penetrate into the skin that is not already there. So apply your hyaluronic serum if you want, but then follow that with a face oil. What the face oil does is that the hyaluronic acid feeds off of the moisture, which is not water-based because you're using a face oil, which is lipids, which your skin loves, and it's feeding off of the moisture from the plant oils. Then that way, it's not trying to get moisture from the air where there isn't, it's getting the moisture from the face oil. So you want to lock in that moisture if you wear hyaluronic acid, heavy hyaluronic acid products. Some women have actually gone out and started just buying the hyaluronic acid by itself. I wouldn't recommend that. If over time, you will actually start to see more fine lines and wrinkles appear on your skin. So just be careful with that. Okay, any other questions? I think I went through most of the ones that were submitted. Okay, so we're gonna do the giveaway. So I'm going to direct mail you guys. Someone on my team will send the email with the instructions to you on how to go ahead and submit the order, and we will ship it out to you. So Josefina Cuevas, she actually won from the Facebook post, and so we'll be sending that out to her. And P and Me on Instagram actually also was one of the winners, as well as Z4KA, ZHE4KA. She actually also won. So we had 3 winners that were good. It was like the post, the actual image, it was share it with others, 3 others, and it was go ahead and repost to your stories, and that was really the tipping point there. So they went ahead and did that. So they will be receiving a cleanser, the face mist here, and the face oil. And this typically lasts 2 to 3 months on average. So that's pretty much it, guys. Any questions, any comments? Was this helpful? Thanks, Madge. Thank you. Congratulations. Yes. Yay. So we'll be reaching out to them, shortly. Yeah. So any other questions or comments? Are we good? Thank you so much, Alta8, for joining. Thank you so much, Miller. Thank you, Maid22SA. Thank you so much. Thanks, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Let's see who else. Tajuddin, thank you so much. Cassandra, thank you. Josefina, thank you so much. Wow. This was really good. And Mila Maja, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll be doing this again, so please look out for our stories, look out for our posts. We're going to do a giveaway for next month, November. Since we're launching the herbal teas, we'll be doing a herbal tea giveaway with the face oil. So we'll be doing we're going to create a new ritual that will allow you to, thank you so much, Cassandra, have a great weekend, that will allow you to not only utilize outer beauty, but inner beauty as well, with a skin tea that will help reduce inflammation, reduce oxidative stress within the body, and also increase collagen production from within. So that will be next month's giveaway. So stay tuned, and please continue liking us, continue sharing our content. It really helps us continue growing our brand. So thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye.